Aside from adding multiple strokes and fills to artwork, we can also do the same thing to text. The text is going to remain editable, which is a very helpful feature. Let's take our type tool and select the type Art Show. And let's come over to our appearance panel. We notice that the type itself says no appearance. However, the characters do show a gold fill with no stroke. So the type thing up here where it says no appearance is actually referring to the type object, which is when we get the bounding box around the type. The characters refer to the actual letter forms. In this version, we cannot add another stroke or another fill. We can't be in the highlighting using the type tool. We need to switch to the selection tool and have our type object with the bounding box being selected. And now we do have the option to add strokes and fills and effects over here. So now that our text object is selected, we're going to add a new fill. I'm going to click here, and right away a black fill covers our letters. We're going to click on the stroke, on the fill swatch to bring up our swatch panel. And we're going to find a pattern named USGS 22 Gravel Beach. There it is. This is from the Illustrator libraries of different patterns. So it's something that exists in the libraries right here. So you can see that it was applied, and we can hit the escape key to get rid of that floating swatch panel. All right, when you apply an extra fill, a stroke of 0 is automatically added. So if you don't need it, keep it as it is, but if you do need a stroke, it's automatically added for you. We also see down here that we have opacity options. And if you don't see this, if the word fill is twirled shut, right underneath it, I'm sorry I went down too far, right underneath fill, we have the opacity for this fill. The rest of this refers to the opacity of the characters, not this type object that we have right now. So we're going to click on the word opacity, and we're going to change this to be 50% and hit return. And now we can see that that fill has a lighter opacity, just 50%. We're going to click on the stroke box a few times until we get our swatch panel to come up. And we're going to find one that is named Text Stroke. It's this kind of bluish green color right here. We're going to apply that and either click away or escape to get rid of the swatch panel. And then we're also going to bump it up to be a 5-point stroke. Then we're going to come down and we're going to add another stroke. So at the bottom of our panel, I should go back and select that again just to make sure that that's what's being selected. We're going to come down and click on our Add New Stroke, and it's going to add a duplicate of the last stroke that we just had, that bluish green 5-point stroke. With this new one selected, we're going to change the color to be white, and we're going to click on the word stroke right here. And we're going to get not only the size, but the way that the corners are handled. So are they mitered, rounded, or beveled? We're going to click on the round join option right there. And that's going to slightly round the corners of that stroke. We're going to click away from it. Whenever you have underlined words, if you click on them, you're going to have a panel with more information that you can change. So we've added 2 strokes and a fill to this text object right now. The reordering of the appearance attribute rows can greatly change how it looks. So right now we have white on top, then blue stroke, both the same size, and we have a fill with our golden color underneath. So in our appearance panel, fills and strokes are listed in stacking order. We can reorder them to change the look. So with our text still selected, we are going to zoom in a little bit to see our artwork better. You can actually see these changes. I'm going to put that over just a smidge. In the Appearance panel, we're going to click on the eye icon to the left of the white stroke to temporarily hide it. Then we're going to drag the green light stroke row in the Appearance panel, so this entire row, down below the word characters. So we're going to bring it down here. When a line appears, release, like I just did. So the light green stroke is now behind both of the fills. The word character represents where the stroke and fill of the text sit in the stacking order. So this is our actual letter forms. They now have a green stroke on them. We're going to turn on our white stroke again to show it. And with our selection tool, we're going to click to select the large rectangle in the background. So I'm zoomed in a little too far, back out a little bit. So click to select the large rectangle in the background. And in the Appearance panel, we're going to drag the pink fill row down below the fill of the pattern. So now we have the pattern on top. We can click to deselect, and we can do a File, Save As. And we are through page 369. Whoops. Art Show 369.